So, something that I always kept to myself was how I don't really experience time in my memories. Long before all this awakening nonsense, it was rare that I ever felt distant from from any friends, for example. It never mattered how much time went by. It never really created a sense of distance for me, the way I've noticed that time can create a sense of distance for other people. There's been not many, but several times where I reached out to somebody thinking that not much has really changed despite many years having gone by. Thinking that I would be embraced with open arms, only to be received as kind of a stranger, you know? And that always confused me because, I knew that there was this idea of time creating distances between people. But at the same time, I never felt that distance, at least not with time having gone by. I could feel distance between a person if, we didn't like the same things, right? Or our opinions are too different. But if we got along and only time had went by, then I never really felt like much had changed, you know? So yeah, it would be rather disappointing when, for example, I reached out to people from when I was 9 years old, you know. And some of them either didn't respond at all, or they just kind of were distant. You know, they acted truly distant which I don't blame them for. But I also knew how I felt, which was that the memories I had 15 years ago or 20 years ago, they don't really feel that different from the memories that were made 5 years ago, or even last year, maybe even last week, really. I want to say that the really old memories are a little more faded than the newer memories, but when I really contemplate on that, I don't even think that's true. I think the memories from when I was like 3 years old, 5 years old, they're about the same in terms of resolution and fidelity as the memories I made last year. You know? And I think what's really interesting about this is that me, the character, really wants to connect with not just the people from the past, but people from when I was a little kid. Like the friends that I had when I was like 7, 8, 9 years old, they have a particularly bright shine to them in my memories, you know? They're like little puppies to me, to my memories. Right? Like the friends I made when I was a teenager, they're still teenagers in my head, you know? I mean, and teenagers always feel like they're adults. And so that's kind of how they feel. Like my friends made in high school, they feel like adults to me anyway. You know? But there's something about the memories from when I was little. They shine with a certain degree of innocence and lightness and love, you know, whatever it is you want to call it. It's just that babiness, you know. Yeah. I've only told this thing about, you know, my memories having no time to like one friend that I thought would get it, but he didn't. And that's it. I've never really heard anybody say this before. And so this did in the past create some sorrow. But it created some sorrow in the past. I've definitely felt sad over this. And I can still feel now just a tinge of heartbreak. Although the way it feels now is actually, well, it's not personal, right? That there's no person feeling sad about other people not feeling like time had passed after 20-something years. It's pretty understandable, really. If anything, I just feel kind of happy about the fact that I was proven right. You know, I was right. I was fucking right. There are no memories that are tagged with time. Time doesn't fucking exist in my mind. It's only those goddamn contractions in the body, in the head, that create a sense of time.